Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Performing and Visual Arts, SOPVA. Certificate, Postgraduate Certificate Programs, Certificate in Performing Arts, Hindustani Music, CPAHM, OMU-001 Introduction to Hindustani Music, Block-1 Understanding Indian Music, Unit-1 Brief History of Indian Music. 1.1 Introduction. From the dawn of human history, man realized that he was dependent upon a superhuman power and he established his relationship with God. In order to define his attitude towards the superior power, he chose the medium of music. He firmly believed that the intoned word called mantra was more effective than plain spoken words, and the Vedas are the best example of this. The association of the Vedas with music can be considered as the beginning of progress in the direction of music. Objectives. After studying this block, you should be able to A. Realize the purity of music in ancient times. B. Understand the relation of music with the universe. C. Know the basic concepts of Hindustani music. 1.2 MUSICANDITSORIGIN. Music plays an important role in the religious, social and artistic lives of human beings. It is an integral part of man's life. Music is as old in the history of civilization as human speech. It existed even before human existence. It is a spontaneous outcome of the basic human emotions in a melodious manner. All that which mere words fail to convey, music successfully and convincingly conveys. Music in its definition is a phenomenon which is as vast as the universe. Nature depicts itself through music. We find various sounds in nature that are musical. The falling of rain, the waves of the ocean, the sweet chirping of birds are the fine examples of the universal rhythm. All these spell music. Nature is the fountain source of all music. Primitive man realized that the various sounds that fill the nature are musical before he realized the fact that even his body could be a musical instrument. So slowly, as human race evolved and progressed, man learned to imitate or reproduce, in a modest way, the sounds around him. He either used his own vocal cords, his voice for this purpose, or made use of the natural things around him to create instruments which he gradually came to use for a variety of purposes. All the primitive instruments eventually were improved upon over long periods to result in today's sophisticated drums, strings and wind instruments. But the ideas and fundamentals remain the same over the millennia. 1.3 Concept of music. Music existed even before the birth of human beings. Man has always chosen music as a medium to communicate with God. Music can create spell even without words. It is a powerful medium to convey feelings like joy, love, hate, sorrow, victory, hope, defeat, etc. These are universal feelings which are felt in the same way in every human heart. Man is a creature of these universal feelings and thus becomes a part of the music that expresses them. 1.4 VEDICPERIOD. The earliest chanting was the Rig Vedic hymns, 3000 BC to 1500 BC. The scientist art form of today's music has its birth in the Vedic period only. The literary and music tradition starts from this period. Hindu tradition says that the text of the four Vedas, namely Rig, Sama, Yaj, Atharva, were imparted to the sages by God Brahma, the creator of the universe, in the form of spoken words and have been handed down from generation to generation in oral tradition. The Vedic scholars enjoyed reciting spiritual verse of the Vedas in groups which required a disciplined way of chanting. The sacred sound, Om, was considered as the basic note of music. The Sama Veda was mainly connected with Soma sacrifices and Somayaga. The verses of the Sama Veda served the purpose of musical notes. The musical notes emerged from the accents employed to sing the hymns. The Sama Saptaka was in the descending order. This primordial scale is the starting point of the evolution of the musical scales. In fact, the transition from chanting to singing was a slow process. The intervals of the Sama notes were tuned to suit singing. The beginning of Indian musicography is traced to Vedic chants which used certain symbols to note the rise and fall of the voice during the chant. Measuring the rhythm. with finger count. Indian music and Western staff notation must have originated from Sama Asta. It is surprising to note that it was only in the 10th century AD that the musical hand was used by Guido di Arezzo for the first time in the West. The origin of musical composition is traced to the Sama Vedic chant. The syllables, which did not carry any meaning, called SOPVA, must have given the idea of vowel extensions in songs, rhythmic syllabus. The idea of improvisation and elaboration phrase of music must have come from the Sama Veda itself. The emergence of the Solfa terms is said to be that Sa and Ma are taken from Sama Veda, Ri, Ga from Rig Veda, Pa, Ni, Dha from Upanishads. The concept of Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni as the Solfa syllables is considered as an important and major turning point in the history of music in the post-Vedic period, and these Saptaswara are mentioned in the Narada Parivrajaka Upanishadas. These syllables made the music writing an easy task with the use of symbols. The Solfa names with vowel changes are found in the 7th century Kudamyamala inscription. The European Solfa syllables do, Ri, Mi, Fa, So, La, T were introduced only in the 10th century by Guido di Arezzo. By the time of Shankaracharya in the 8th century AD, the Saptaswara were popular, and Shankaracharya himself has written in his Shyamalla Navratan Shloka as Sarigmabdha Niratam Taran Vinasankranta Hastam. Another important reference is found in the 16th century work Kala Parnode of Pingali Surana. The creative music called Manodharma Sangita was possible because of the emergence of 7 Solfa syllables. This scientific melodic development is of great importance in the growth of the art of music. 1.5 Summary. It is a matter of common knowledge to all music lovers that Indian classical music has its origin in the Sama Veda. Sama Veda is the selected collection of hymns from Rig Veda. The rules for chanting the Vedas are laid down in Sama Sutra. 14 kinds of poetical meters were used in chanting the Vedas. The actual form of Vedic music is now untraceable. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more updates, and we will see you with the next chapter.